traveling the world of standards with Standards Man. Hello, everyone. My name is Standards Man, and I'm going to guide you through the world of measurement and standards. Let's look briefly at what standards are. A standard is a scientific rule that has become one of the basics of living. We need measurements all the time in our daily lives, right? We check the time, measure the temperature, measure the speed of cars. All these are called measurements. And what if we didn't have a common standard for all these measurements? Let's find out how measurements and standards affect our lives. Yahoo! Finally, I have a brand new car. Let's take it for a drive. Huh? What happened? Oh my! The sizes of the components are mismatched and the car has a problem. That's why we need exact standards for length. Then they need a standard for the length to measure the exact length of those parts, right? Not only automobiles, but also every machine and structure in this world can only function properly when all their parts are made to a standard of length. For example, a memory chip in the computer is manufactured based on the standard for micro lengths, like 1/100,000th of a millimeter. Isn't it amazing? The Korea Research Institute of Standards and Science Studies propagates the standard for measuring lengths down to an accuracy of 1/1 billionth of a millimeter level. Hello, it's me. Where are you? Isn't it amazing that so many people can use the phone at the same time and they can still talk clearly to one another without getting their lines crossed? How can this be possible? These people can talk simultaneously together because of technology that delivers information by dividing time in microscopic intervals. For all communication systems like the telephone and the internet to work properly, we need an accurate time measuring technology that divides 1 second into 1/1000th of a second. If we don't have this accurate standard of time, communication would soon break down. The Korea Research Institute of Standards and Science has one of the most accurate clocks in the world called the cesium atomic clock. The error range of this clock is only 1 second in 300,000 years. Isn't it awesome? Through this clock, Korea Standard Time is defined, and this standard time is used for giving accurate time information to us through the broadcasting station's time signal, 116 telephone clock service, and the internet clock. You must have been to the hospital at least once in your life. For an accurate diagnosis, medical professionals measure body temperature and blood pressure and examine the blood. What would happen if all these measurements and examinations were not accurate? We would have unexpected examination reports, and we would not be able to receive the right treatment for our bodies, and we would end up distrusting the hospital's diagnosis. We should never forget that precise measurement and standards are the most important factors for more accurate diagnosis and for safer treatment. You have an electricity meter and gas meter in your homes to measure power consumption. Measurements of intangible and invisible quantities of power and gas. A standard is also very important for making these measurements accurately. If the electricity meter spins more than it should, customers would surely complain about the electricity bill. But electricity meters are tested by comparing them with the highly accurate standard kilowatt meter. And that is why we can trust the meter and pay for exactly how much we use. The Korea Research Institute of Standards and Science maintains constant and accurate functioning of these meters through a correction system according to national standards. What if every country had their own standards and there was no international standard for measurement? There would be so many problems if we had different measurement standards for weight and length, and so on. First of all, trade between countries would be impossible. There would be barriers between international exchange in a variety of fields, and ships and airplanes would not be able to run. This is why international collaboration regarding measurement standards is so important. The importance of an international standard and international cooperation will only become greater in the age of globalization. For trade especially, a unified international standard is the most important factor to eliminate the technological barrier. The Korea Research Institute of Standards and Science is actively participating in the International Standard Organization's activities to maintain the global trust of measurement standards. Now you see what would happen if we didn't have standards. Much like the fact that we take air for granted, we don't seem to notice the importance of a standard. Let's look further. Reducing the noise in electromagnetic waves from electronic goods, maintaining the colors of goods to a consistent hue, analyzing residual agricultural chemicals of food and tasting its safety, and creating a standard for water quality and air pollution. All these are possible because we have measuring tools and standards. Now you can see how important standards are even for the environment, which is the most important issue for the future of humankind, and also in a variety of safety issues. Because of standards, humankind can build a more pleasant and convenient future. Even at this moment, KRISS is developing standards for advanced technologies like information and communication technology and biotechnology, including the nanotechnology that challenges the extremes of measurement. I hope you found all this interesting. Now you know why measurement and standards are important in our lives. Even at this very moment, in 1/1,000,000th of a second, the world is revolving according to a countless number of standards. The standard is the source for all science and technology that keeps our lives more convenient and safe. KRISS is becoming one of the world's leading national standards agencies through its research and propagation of more accurate standards in a wide variety of areas. Don't forget now that the power of measurement standards is the power that will bring us the future. Thank you.